Hello folks, we're here at Sonoma Raceway and we have another race today, and it's early morning and we really haven't gotten out. A couple of guys have gotten for some test runs, so the day's still young. We're still getting prepared, we're still getting unloaded and doing last minute stuff. But anyway, so today is really interesting because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars on our team today, and let's see, what are we doing today? The part of the plan, so we have the 31. The 31 is driven today by Ken Kurtz. He is, my guess is that he's going to be the quickest one here. So we'll see, but he should be pretty fast. And so he's gonna miss practice today. He's gonna do a little bit of practice later today, but we have a small problem with one of the cylinders in the brake caliper. So we're changing brake calipers to make sure that his brakes are fine and sending him out for practice later on today. So that's the story for this car, but the rest of the car should be good to go. So this is the 33, this is what I'll be driving. Won the first race, the second race came 2 seconds away from winning it. So love this thing, runs great. I think the only thing I want to do on this car today is we're going to do a little bit of setup to get rid of some understeer that I'd had. So play with some knobs a little bit and maybe do a little change of alignment or something. So hopefully that will quicken this thing up for the race. So that's the goal with this car. This is driven by Tom Lepper. This car, we just redid the entire car at the beginning of the season, but as you can tell, it doesn't have a lot of stickers on it. So the big thing on this car was stickers, and we redid the rear brakes coming into here because Tom was complaining about the rear brakes. And we redid this, and he took it out this morning and loves it. So that's really good because we put a lot of work to test it out and make sure the brakes are good. So he loves the balance of the brakes because getting the balance right in these things is really tough. So you don't lock the fronts or the rears or whatever. So anyway, so that's the story with this one. This is driven by Nikki, and this thing, last minute we found the bad rear wheel bearings in it, and so we had to change the hubs, which is kind of complicated because of our custom setup and everything, but we went through that, changed it. Fortunately, Timken came through and gave us a bunch of parts for this thing, so thank you, Timken, because we use their stuff and it's amazing. So this thing should be ready to go. And then next we move on to our Civic Type R. This is driven by Reza and Gordon. This weekend Gordon's going to be racing it, and he should be doing pretty well. I think the car is pretty much ready to go. I didn't hear any complaining, so I think the car is ready to go. Just minor tuning for qualifying maybe, and that should be it. So that's the story for right now. Our next session is coming up in about, well, we have a driver meeting coming up in a little bit, and then after that we have a practice session. I think most of the guys will go out for that. And then we'll see what happens after that. Hopefully there won't be any damage that we have to fix, but we'll go from there, and we'll see you next time. So be careful, don't lose these things.
They're specific, right?
There's also a tiny little washer behind it.
Oh yeah.
So because that one drops out and it goes ding.
Yeah, you lose it forever.
So you gotta, because you can't find parts anymore for StopTech. So
Yeah, they stop.
okay, so then once you do this, then you can take the hose off, but do that last. And then there's two copper washers at either end, right?
On the banjo?
On the banjo, yeah. and then swap it, and then we'll bleed it and all that stuff. And then you should have something to catch the fluid because it'll leak.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hello, so it's Sunday now. We're about to go qualifying. Been doing some work on the cars. Amazingly, fortunately, cars have been pretty good, so we haven't had to repair much. So Reza's in charge of this car, our Type R. They've done some work to it, so tell us a little bit about what you've done.
So we're leading the points right now in the TC class with this car, so we just made some minor improvements between races, added some more brake cooling. The car had some brake overheating in the last race, so a couple minor improvements. We're at the stage now of this build where we're no longer looking for seconds, we're looking for fractions of a second. So it's all about keeping the car in the right operating window, keeping the temperatures in the correct spot with the tires, the brakes, the engine, the transmission, everything. So keep the temperatures in the right window and hopefully put the car on good tires for Gordon today, and then we'll go out and set his qualifying and see what we do in the race.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll move on down the road. Thank you. Okay, next up, our Civic Si, driven by Nikki. This actually has done pretty well. We did minor stuff to this thing. I think the biggest thing on this was actually camera work. We did that. There was some talk about, she was complaining that there was some tire rubbing, so we got that figured out. New cameras in there. The Vuroid cameras are working fine now. And so this should be good to go for qualifying. Next up, Tom Lepper's Civic, and this one, he was complaining about the brakes. He's very happy with the brakes after the last session, so we got that one figured out. And so I think this is ready to go, and hopefully we can get on pole. It's a fast car, fast driver, so I'm looking forward to that. This is what I'm driving. So this car did pretty well in practice, was the fastest in TC in practice. But there's some competition coming, so got to get this up to speed. So we took the wing off. We're going to try it without the wing, see if that makes much difference. And we also changed some alignment settings, so that should help us get some more speed, I hope, and have here. So then next we move on to the 31, being driven by Ken Kurtz. And he didn't drive, he had to work yesterday, so he's here today. He's on the track for the first time. And he should be pretty quick. He's going to go out on a new set of Hankooks on the car, and hopefully he knows the track really well, and he'll be on pole. So we're going to be on the track in about 20 minutes, so we have to go, but we'll see you after qualifying, and we'll let you know how that goes. Okay, so qualifying's over, and Mr. Ken Kurtz here is on pole position in the 31. So, Ken, how was the lap? How was the car?
The car was awesome. The GoGo Gear team gave me a fantastic rocket to race here, and it qualified P1. It
Nice.
definitely
What did you
is
think about the handling?
it was absolutely on fire. It was.
You looked like you were really moving fast.
It felt like I could put the car anywhere I wanted, and it would hold.
Yeah.
You know, the Hyundai Genesis was just a rocket out there.
You
It
were a
felt like
second
it.
quicker than second place.
And it felt every bit of that. Yes.
Okay. Well, good job.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the race.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
sir.
you. Appreciate
And then now we'll go on to this one. Tom Lepper was driving this. He did not qualify on pole, unfortunately, but I believe he got second today. So that's great. We'll be happy with that. The MX-5 is on pole. Tom's going to be second. The MX-5 is faster under braking, of course, and he's faster in the straights. So it should be an interesting fight. But at least we figured out our braking situation, so that's nice. He's happy with the car, with all the changes we made. And now we move on to the 2000 Civic. And she went a little quicker, so that's nice. Qualified 5th or 6th, I believe. So not bad, as long as you go quicker. It's her first season. She's a total rookie. I think this is only her second or third race ever. So that's nice. We'll take that. And hopefully she'll be faster. And then lastly, the Type R. Driven by Gordon. Gordon loved the car. He loved the changes we made. Unfortunately, he says he's a little rusty. He hasn't raced in a long time. So he said the car is absolutely fine. The driver, not so much. So he's focusing in on improving his driving, going faster. So we'll see how Gordon does. So overall, we have, he has to worry about the MX-5, and we have BMW chasing us that's looking pretty fast. So we have to worry about that. And so we'll see how it goes. Now, a little bit of fine tuning, a little bit of maintenance stuff. The guys just found a sway bar that was a little loose on one of the cars. Those kind of things can really hurt your race. So we're looking to double check everything on the cars, make sure everything is good, make sure all the cars have the right tire pressures, right tires on the car, because in our series, tire selection is huge. We run the Hankook slicks, and knowing when to change them, what to put on there is critical. And of course, we're limited to how many sets of tires we can use. So running the absolute right tire at the right time is critical to your speed. So we'll do that, and then next up is the race. So we'll see you after the race. Hopefully we'll be in victory circle. Wish us luck.
Green. The Genesis gets a better start. The BMW is coming back at him. They're going side by side through turn one. The second Genesis of Ali Arsham is hot on the heels of Ken Kurtz. Ken didn't get a good start. Ali jumps on the inside of him, going up the hill to turn two. Doug takes a massive lead. The Mustang of Mr. Donahue, Mike Donahue, is coming through the field now. Gordon Pun got a great start, and now he is in third place in touring. And we have Enrique in the BMW. He did a fantastic job. He is sticking right with Gordon Pun right after him, and he's already made up a bunch of spaces, and he is actually now intermixed with the touring class. He's black BMW E30. Coming around the corner is Tom Lepper and Enrique, followed by Tim Hunter in the Volvo. And we have Gordon Punt going up to bring up together. Mike Donahue is going through turn 11. Enrique jumps on the inside of Lepper finally, putting that BMW's power to use. It's a BMW 330. Tom does the over and under, tries to grab that position back from him. This is a sportsman class and a touring class battling it out. Tom's hanging in there. He's happy with his podium, I guess, at this point. Tom had a mistake, or the old Wile E. Coyote who's been around can keep the position, the position he gained on the start. Like I was mentioning, these standing starts, they do a fantastic job of jumbling up the field. So, and can Ali do the over-under? He's thinking about it. He takes a look, and no, Ken holds him off. They're going into the S's, nose to tail. Man, it's almost like Ali's car is the shadow of Ken Kurz. These guys are truly nose to tail. So is Ali going to have it come back at him? He gets a better shot out of the turn. This turn 10 is not a place where normally you can pass. This is a pretty quick turn. Let's see if Ali's going to set him up for a pass in turn 11. So behind the hill they go. They come out. Ali's looking on the inside. He's thinking about it. Ken leaves the door open. Ali is going to outbrake him. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe Ken left that door open. Ali is definitely going to do the over-under. He does leave him room, but he's getting himself set up for turn 1. And of course, he apexed that same property. Now he's going to get a better run going up the hill. In the other yellow Civic. The field has definitely spread out, and as we continue to see Doug his best to highly recommend it. There are even track events that you can come and join. Joe in that black BMW E30. Coming around the corner is Tom Lepper and Enrique, followed by Tim Hunter in the Volvo, and we have Gordon Punt going up to turn 1.
Hello from Sonoma. As you can see from behind me, we have still a couple of cars here, but the track's pretty empty. Everybody's about ready to, everybody's left pretty much. There are a few cars still around. Wanted to give you an update. We were busy packing up and getting ready to go. But let's see, what happened in the race? We had the two Genesis, the 31 with Ken Kurtz. He qualified first and he finished first, so that was great. So he won the race. I drove the 33 and I qualified second and I finished second. So that was great. Ken and I were pretty much side by side, traded lead for a bunch of times, and that was a great fun. And then Tom Lepper was driving the hatchback Civic. He finished second, so that's great. Although it's really hard to catch Andy in that Miata, that MX-5. That thing's fast. And then what do we have next? We have this little gem behind me, the Civic Type R. You see that? Yeah. So he is Civic, driven by Gordon Punn. He finished fourth, I believe. So that was quite well. He was dicing with the Volvo C30, driven by Tim Hunter for most of the race. That was back and forth from what I heard, but that was behind us. But I saw the video and everything, and it was pretty intense. So that was really fun. Car's running good. And then that car, driven by Nikki, I believe she finished fifth or sixth, somewhere around there. So I think she qualified fifth, finished fifth, somewhere around there. Turned in some good lap times. So that was nice. And I think that covers all our cars. Yeah. So overall, great weekend. We won the top team award for having a first and second. So that was really good. And now we get a little bit of a break as we head into our little summer break. We have about 2 months off until the next race, which is a 2.5 hour. That's going to be a little tough again because 2.5 hour race, lots of strategy things, refueling, 5 or 6 cars. So anyway, so that's next on the agenda. And but until then, we have to make some improvements to the cars. Of course, every time we try to improve every race. We're making some improvements because if you don't, then you don't win. So that's it for now. We'll thank you for watching. If you watched this far, thank you so much. Now we just have to get these 2 cars loaded up, and then we can get the heck out of here. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and maybe you can hit the button down below and subscribe, and like us. That really helps. We need more viewers, so thank you for that, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.